All right, Jeep has given me a pretty interesting opportunity to sit inside the concept car of the Grand Wagoneer. And so I'm going to flip the camera around just so that we can look at some of the details. But one of the details you can see behind me is the very large panoramic roof, which is a map of Detroit. And so it's kind of cool. Keeping in mind this is a concept, that probably is not going to make it into production, but I think a lot of the features that are in this vehicle will probably make it into production. So I'm going to flip it around and show it off a little bit because there's a lot of really cool stuff here. All right, I moved into the second row so that you could get a much better look at the front row because there are so many cool details. I just don't even know where to begin. Apparently, you know, this little guy right here, this gear shift itself, was a huge discussion and point of interest, and they spent a lot of time just designing the gear shift knob. And I want to say they've done a really nice job. I mean, look at that. That is beautiful from every angle. You will also notice that there are a lot of shiny bits up here. So you'll have a screen behind the wheel. You'll have two screens right here. So, you know, an info screen as well as, I'm assuming the bottom one will be kind of a climate control screen. And then, you can't really tell, but that is also a screen right there. And that is going to be a passenger screen. So, you know, say you start a movie in Apple TV inside and you have to go someplace and you come out and you can go, you know, pause it, come out, sync your phone to the car and start your movie again. And lest you be concerned that, you know, the driver might get distracted by that, I don't know if you can really tell, but it's very kind of sectioned off from the driver's view. So the driver really can't see that screen, and if the passenger puts in headphones, you know, the driver will never know what's going on right there. But again, lots of really cool details. Keep in mind, this is a concept car. I'm hoping some of these details will make it into production because holy shnikes, this is really cool. I mean, look at that, the Grand Wagoneer kind of etched into, you know, the wood grain there is really cool. And so we don't see wood on the exterior of the vehicle, but you've noticed that, you know, there is wood on the accents, and it's not just like your plain boring wood. That's actually a really neat textured wood. You can see it here on the center console as well. You know, it's got some good texture to it. All right, so, you know, here's the seats. You can see the stitching on the doors. You know, back here, high, you've got this very large entertainment screen. I can definitely see that making it into production. You know, you've got them on both sides. They're thin and nice. Another little detail here, you can see, you know, this is mimicking the grille. And then you have the Grand Wagoneer etched here. You have both USB and USB-A and USB-C ports. And this is going to be, you know, the most, and because it's a concept car, it's, you know, not going to open up. But it will have, you know, some nice details here. This, they did have it on earlier. It is the like HVAC controls for this back seat. And I do have a picture, if not video, of somebody who's 6'7" sitting back there. These seats slide, and then an actual real tall man was able to fit back there. It was kind of interesting. So, you know, these are made for real size people fitting in the vehicle. And let's see, I'm not going to hop back here just because my time is limited. The air conditioning is off and it's really hot in here. But you do have a USB-C and a USB-A port to charge there. And you can see also a little power button to move the rear seats. I'm assuming that is for reclining, or gosh, it could even be for the second row seat. That's not a question I asked. All right, so let's see. Step outside. Again, try not to break the vehicle because it is a concept. I'm going to keep repeating that. The sound system in here is Macintosh. Let's get a better look at that panoramic roof. Now, while I could see potentially the glass, the long piece of glass making it into production, I do not think a map of Detroit would go over well in most other places other than Detroit. So maybe that won't make it into production, but it's a nice little feature anyway. All right, so we'll do the quick exterior walk around and show you some of the details here on the wheels. You know, this is a nice feature. It's got some texture. This is a really nice feature with the side mirrors. I'd love to see this design element make it in. I think that looks really nice. You know, when they did the teaser images, we saw this flag a lot, and you know, this lettering is really cool. It pops out and it looks really nice. It's very well detailed, well styled. Wheels again. You can see that detail here, you know, that is mimicked in this here. So, little Jeep. So, you know, nice continuity of design. You know, this grille has some nice, like, depth to it and details. You know, this pops off and it has some good depth to it. It looks really cool. I'm so excited that I had the chance to see this in person because it just looks so nice. Again, now the back is something that the photos didn't really do justice to, and unfortunately the sun is really in a bad place for me to get those shots. Maybe if I can come down here. This to me looks like probably the most retro part of the vehicle. It almost looks part minivan, part space-aged vehicle. I don't know. I think this looks really cool. And it's a nice design detail. It's definitely different than anything that we've seen. Again, you've got the bumped out lettering again here. And, you know, this looks really nice with the kind of like bumped up glass that you see below the surface. So you can't feel that texture, but you can see the texture. And it looks really cool. So, all right, that's just a quick look at the interior and exterior of the Grand Wagoneer Concept. I'll say it one more time. This is a concept vehicle. This is not a production vehicle. And it looks really cool. So we don't know how much of this is going to make it into actual production, but I think a lot of it will. Just maybe not, like I said, the map of Detroit on that glass.